Getting your license is one thing. Running a profitable business, that's a whole other skill set. Now, when I started, I didn't know what I didn't know. And you're probably feeling that way right now. I started out not paying myself. I didn't have a separate bank account or even understand about how to set money aside for my taxes. And I felt embarrassed to ask questions. But over time, I've learned what was needed to run a business like a top CEO. So in this episode, I'm going to break down the foundational basics that I wish someone had walked me through from the start, because I want you to have the tools so you can start building your own profitable business. Are you tired of feeling like you're doing all the things as a real estate agent but still not seeing consistent results? Well, that ends right now. Welcome to the Profitable Real Estate Agent, the show for agents who are ready to stop winging it and start building a profitable and sustainable business. This season, we're going to cut through the noise and focus on exactly what it takes to make $100K as a real estate agent, without the guesswork, without the overwhelm, and without wasting time on things that don't move the needle in your business. I'm pulling back the curtain on the exact framework that took me from my first 100K to 500K to building a seven-figure business. So if you haven't hit 100K yet, or you struggle with inconsistency, don't worry, I've got you covered. It's time to take action. Let's get to work. When someone said to you, "You just passed your exam," I'm guessing your first thought wasn't, "I just became the CEO of my own business." You probably thought, "I'm officially a real estate agent." And that's where most people stop and where a lot of problems begin. Because you're not just a salesperson. You're not just helping people buy and sell homes. Yes, you are doing those things, but you're also running a business. And that means there are systems, financial foundations, and daily habits that you have to be in place if you want this to work long term. So starting today, you are going to think and operate like a business owner, like the top CEO that you are. So I want to walk you through the 5 business basics that every real estate agent should have in place from the start. And if you've been around for a while, listen up to make sure you check all the boxes and you haven't missed anything. I do want to cover a very quick disclaimer. I am not a licensed accountant or an attorney. The information I'm providing here is based on my own personal experience and knowledge as a small business owner, top CEO of my company, and entrepreneur. So for specific questions relating to your personal situation, I want to advise you right now, consult a licensed professional. Okay, that's out of the way. Now I can dig in and share with you my personal experience. Business basic number 1, your legal structure. Now, this is a part I think a lot of agents skip, either because they don't know what they need or they think, "I'm not making enough money to bother yet." But here's the truth. Your legal structure matters from the first day. Whether you decide to do an LLC, whether you and your accountant, make that clear, decide to do an LLC, an S Corp, or something else, setting up the right legal business entity helps protect you and allows you to more easily separate personal and business finances. Now, as I said, I'm not here to give you legal or financial advice, but I am here to tell you that winging it with your business setup will cost you later. So talk to a licensed accountant or attorney in your state. If you don't know where to start, here are a few places to begin. Number 1, ask around your office. See who other agents or team leaders use for their setup. Number 2, check with your broker. They may have vendor relationships or preferred providers. Number 3, go to your local association. They probably have a directory of trusted professionals that have worked with their members. And when you talk to them, do not be afraid to ask questions like, "Which structure makes the most sense for me?" Or "How should I be paying myself?" You don't need to know it all, but you need to know someone who does. So I hope that helps you get started there. Business basic number 2, a business bank account. It is really important. I mean, I cannot stress how important it is to separate your money and start tracking everything pertaining to your business expenses. Trust me, your accountant will thank me later for this advice. If you're still using your personal checking account for your business, it's time to get with your bank and add a business account. This allows you to stay organized. And again, as I said, it makes it way less stressful on not only your accountant, but yourself. So if you haven't done this yet, put it on your to-do list this week so the next check that comes in, you know exactly where it's going. Business basic number 3, a bookkeeping system. We're going to keep it simple for now. You do need to know how much money is coming in and where it's going. This means tracking your income and all your expenses, not just at tax time, like I still do. I'm guilty of that, but all year long. And you don't need to have a fancy setup to start. You can use a Google Sheet if you want. Open your notes app in your phone. I mean, there's so many different systems. QuickBooks is not that expensive per month. That's what I use. So whatever works for you, just pick something that sticks. I mean, as you grow and scale your business, you're going to have a system like QuickBooks or something similar. So just make sure. But the goal here is just start tracking your expenses. Track every compensation check, every business related expense. Keep all your receipts. You can take a picture with your phone and download it into a Google Drive or Dropbox, which is what I do. I keep everything organized by my tax years. This helps you stay organized and helps you also see where your money is going, helping you avoid overspending and allowing you to adjust quickly rather than waiting to the end of the year to do so. You can't grow what you don't track. I'm going to say that again. You can't grow what you don't track. And even if you hand it off to a bookkeeper later, you've got to understand where every dollar is going. Hey, a real quick pause before we go deeper. If you're listening right now and thinking, I want a clear plan to finally reach 100K, then check out my signature program. It's my step-by-step framework for real estate agents who are ready to stop winging it and start building real results. Inside, you're going to learn the exact fundamentals to build the foundation to hitting 100K. We're going to cover everything from mastering your buyer and seller consultations to building your database and delivering a 5-star client experience and everything in between. You're going to get access to my scripts, templates, and checklists. Plus, we're going to have coaching, accountability, and support so you never feel alone. Click on the link in the show notes now to join the roadmap to 100K. All right, let's take you back to the episode. All right, business basic number 4. Pay yourself like an employee. This is one of the biggest mindset shifts you need to make. Start paying yourself like you work for your own business, not just in it. A lot of agents treat every check like it's theirs to spend. But if you want stability and avoid that roller coaster of income that so many of us experience, you've got to have a plan for how your money gets divided. Here's a simple way to start. Take a percentage of every check you get and pay yourself a salary. The rest needs to be set aside for taxes, expenses, and set up a savings account. It doesn't have to be complicated or perfect at first. Over time, you can look at using a payroll service, which is what I use. I personally use ADP. Again, QuickBooks, ADP, I have no ties to them. This is just, I'm sharing with you because so many people ask me, well, what systems do you use, Vanessa? Can you share? So I'm telling you now, this is what I use. Again, you can try whatever ones. There's so many out there. This is not an endorsement of any company. I'm just sharing with you because I get the question, what do you use? So I'm sharing it with you now so you know. But because when you pay yourself first, you're going to stop running your business in panic mode and start running it with a purpose. This is so important. All right, you ready? I saved the best for last. Well, it's not really the best, but this is the most important. If you listen to nothing that I tell you today, if you're like hemming and hawing and doing 20 other tasks, I want you to listen up right now. Did I catch your attention? Snap, snaps, okay? Because so many agents I have coached, I'm getting the chills right now because this is so heartbreaking because no one has shared this with them. They have a tax issue. They owe money they weren't expecting. They owe money they don't have because they set nothing aside. So this is why I'm sharing it with you now. I do not want you to get caught off guard with this later. So let's listen up, okay? This is business basic number 5, quarterly taxes. If this is your first year in business, no one may have told you this, but you are responsible for setting money aside and paying your taxes 4 times a year. Not once, not just in April, but quarterly. That means every time you get paid, a portion of that check should go into a separate savings account, not your operational account. A savings account before you do anything else with it. Because trust me, the IRS will come for it. And the last thing you want is to owe thousands. I mean, I've had clients owe tens of thousands of dollars without a plan. This isn't about fear. It is about being prepared. And you might be wondering, well, how much money do I set aside, Vanessa? Here's a short answer. Go to the IRS website or talk to your accountant so you know what tax bracket you're in and put that money aside. A good starting point, wouldn't you rather put more money aside in a little savings account than less? So maybe 25 to 30% goes over there. Again, depends on your tax bracket, but I would rather put more money and then be able to draw from the savings if you've overpaid, okay? But when you're in a good place, as I explained earlier, if you hire a payroll company, they handle all the tax payments for you, which is what I have, right? I run payroll every month. The company automatically sends it to the IRS for me. I just get a filing at the end of the year with my company, with ADP, and they tell me what I've paid, and I just give that to my accountant. And here's the thing, you don't have to get this figured out all today. So here's your action step. Pick one thing from today's episode and commit to getting it done. Whether it's opening your business bank account, setting up a simple spreadsheet to start tracking your expenses, or asking your broker for a referral to an accountant. Just take one step this week. Because the sooner you start thinking and operating like a business owner, the sooner your business starts working for you. Bye for now. Success as a real estate agent comes down to a decision to show up, take action, and stay committed. So don't just listen. Apply what you learned today and put it into motion. If you need help getting started, I want you to grab my free 60 lead gen strategy guide so you can start finding the right lead gen strategies that'll work for you. And if you're a motivated, ambitious agent who's ready to hit six figures, join my Roadmap to 100K program. You'll find both links in the show notes. If you found this episode valuable, please share it with a fellow agent and leave me a 5-star rating and review, as it helps more agents just like you find the show. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time on The Profitable Real Estate Agent.